Good morning and welcome back to the third quarter of the BOBBY003 show. I sure hope you enjoyed the halftime advertisements. And
we had a live band in here and everything at halftime.
Yes, sir. We had a good show going on. And we kind of stretched the truth just a little bit sometime, but all in fun, of course.
It's television. You know, everything is bigger than life.
That's right. In fact, while you were looking up something to assist one of your offices that you take care of in the breaks, right. We learned that a longtime friend of mine, a person about my age, passed away. Just this is breaking news, I guess you could say. Miss Flo Domingue, age 75, and she, of course, for many, many years was the nurse and right hand of Dr. Percy Christian, and in recent years she has worked with Dr. Chip Lahey at his clinic here in Opelousas, eye clinic here in Opelousas, and the family is very thankful for the loving care that Chip and his wife and the staff assisted them with the care of their mother, Miss Flo Domingue, a very popular person. She helped raise some money, and I can't think of the person who it was for, but it was a person that needed some expensive medical help, and we had a fundraiser when I owned Frank's liquor store here in Opelousas, Louisiana. Not much I haven't done.
How about this? The Medicine Shop. We'll hit a couple of sponsors. Medicine Shop here in Opelousas. They have the 15-minute prescription service guarantee. They'll fill your prescription in 15 minutes. You get a $2 in-store credit given to you. They've got diabetes products and services. Don't forget about that. They've got all sorts of group discounts, elderly discounts, youth discounts. They'll help you take care of all that filing with your insurance, so that if you need all that forms, all that paperwork printed out so you can file with your insurance nice and neat, they've got all that computerized and on file for you. And don't forget about them with those great MetaFast meals. If you're looking to lose weight right now, MetaFast is nice and easy. Good meals, easy and quick to fix. You know, you're in a rush, you're working, you're chasing those kids, you don't have a lot of time to sit down and start hunting down how I'm gonna buy a piece of squash in the middle of the night to meet what is gonna match in my diet. You can get the MetaFast meals, and they're certified coaches, both Dirk and Liz Onderpont, and they can help you. The coaching is free. All you gotta do is get the meals there. That's at the Medicine Shop in Opelousas.
Good service.
Good service. How about one more? How about Quarters Casino? I stopped by the Quarters Casino just the other day, got myself a Diet Coke, and I got myself a little bag of some Stuckey's, some of them little candies. There was some praline-looking candies they had in there. That's a good combination. Diet Coke on one side, sweet candy on the other. Kind of evened it out.
Yeah.
If you want to go by there, great Chevron Fuel, El Pico de Gallo Mexican restaurant and cantina inside. You can go try your luck at gaming. They had the Subway sandwiches there that day if you're looking for a good Subway sandwich, and crispy crunchy chicken there as well. Right across the street, I was going, actually, I went to the Nuba Tourist Center there, St. Landry Tourist Center. They had a little meeting where they were giving some of the grants. You know, the parish collects money to help promote tourism, and they were giving some grants for the Cracklin Festival, the Catfish Festival down in Melville, I believe, the St. Landry Catholic Church cemetery tours, a whole host of different things. The board, they're very nice people, of course. Celeste Gomez that runs it there at the Tourist Center. I want to thank them for all the good work they do.
I had a few words with her at the Horses in Harmony event Monday a week ago, and I had not seen her up close. We talk about their facility, and of course we talked about the flooding that took place.
Right.
And
but the inside is back to normal.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
oh yeah. And we of course need to continually work on tourism. I noticed what it's done to the town of Natchez, Mississippi, and that whole area, Vidalia across the river, it benefits by it. It just tremendous, and we can promote reunions, we can promote weddings. Natchez is really going strong on the weddings, and of course the city voted themselves a tax to build a civic center.
To use for receptions and that type of thing.
Well, and big meetings, huge meetings are held there. State conventions are held there. And it really brings a lot of people in. One week it was the firemen, and the other week it was the constable. So you had police protection one week, you had fire protection the other week on a statewide meeting. And money flows in, and Everybody benefits from it. They've got to get gas when they get there. They've got to go out and eat at Biscuits and Blues and all the other. And they have some real good fine dining in Natchez, Mississippi right now, and then the hotels all get a share of the business.
And you see it yourself whenever you're here in town. How many times you talk to people when you're breaking the ice that you find these people are not from nowhere around here? I mean, literally, you know, you've grown up right here all your life. We talked about that with the Tourist Commission. We do the cemetery tours and get about 300 or 400 people that come, and half the people
they do
we've
that
never
in
seen
Natchez.
before.
They do that. They have that in Natchez.
They come statewide.
I told them about
amazing.
y'all's.
Yeah, it's really good that we've got so many opportunities for people to come here and enjoy.
Met a couple that were taking care of some business for their son, Kevin Gilroy, and I'm speaking of Mr. Bervick and Miss Mildred Gildred, the dad and the mom of Kevin Gilroy and his wife Sandra. And they said they have another son that possibly I had met. Well, they knew I had met him. And we're talking about Raphael Gilroy, and he owns Don's drive-through liquor store. Well, drive-through they call it. Yeah, you get your drink and you on the road.
Sure.
Down on West Landry Street, Don Campbell had built that.
Exactly.
Still using the same name. I had met their son Raphael at an old car show at the drag strip about a year ago. So thanks for the nice conversation we had, and you've got two very nice sons and daughter-in-laws that I know of.
There you go. How about some photos?
Okay, and
we got a fountain in Natchez.
that's on the river walkway that they built along the Mississippi River.
And a monument, I guess, to one of those gentlemen that died in the war.
That's at the Catholic church, the basilica there. That's on the grounds.
Very good.
And this is a couple of young ladies, Miss Linda Collier on the left, and on the right is Miss Susan Jester. Susan works for BASF, B-A-S-F Corporation, big international corporation,
right.
And Linda works with the Old South Federal Credit Union. Two nice young ladies. They were eating an ice cream cone when I walked up. I said, "Where'd y'all get that?" And I walked across the street, and the homemade ice cream, and
that
it was with blueberries.
Cool, of
the
course,
whole
for the
festival was
for sure.
blueberries, and look at the smile. We had a long conversation. Real nice young ladies, and I didn't get a picture of George Quirk, the welding facilitator over in Beggs, Louisiana. My cousin, George, his mama, Joycelyn Ortigo, was my first cousin. And with him was Joey Duplichin, and he is the general manager of the Paul Prudhomme boudin and sausage
plant
facility,
down near Palmetto,
which I had a picture of a week ago on my TV program on the way to Natchez.
I'll tell you one other angle about blueberries. Father Centerville from Port Barre, Eugene Centerville, would play handball, was a very good handball athlete as a young man, and they called him the Blueberry of Canada when he would compete. He was the Blueberry because his family had huge area of blueberry farm up in Canada, which I didn't realize, but that's how the family made their living, was raising blueberries.
They were Frenchmen, right?
French-Canadian. That's right. French-Canadian.
Yeah, I remember that. Very
he and his brother Desiree.
Now, which one was the investor in the stock market?
That was Eugene in Port Barre.
Yeah.
He was very shrewd with stocks.
I think he got Joe Fred into a few stocks, but he didn't like to give advice because if it went wrong, maybe they wouldn't come back and
come back to church.
Come back to church. But anyhow, we're having fun. And another couple that I saw was Arlen and his wife, Arlen LaFleur.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin, and they were attending the 5 o'clock Mass at St. Mary Basilica downtown Natchez. Boy, I'm talking about Natchez. Well, I bought a little place. I'll show you some pictures another day when I have time. Site of the Bank of Mississippi, chartered in 1809.
Man.
Woo, that's a long time ago. And the First Presbyterian Church, they have a beautiful facility.
And here's the church. Wow.
Yep. Sorry it didn't come out any better.
that's
Just
good.
hard, but then...
It looked good on the TV, believe me.
it.
It might look a little dark on the laptop. It'll be good on the television.
And this was the first jail.
It looked like a home.
It looks like a home, but you kind of questioned me when I said jail, but it says historic jail on there.
And here's the courthouse.
Courthouse, beautiful courthouse building. Look at that,
Man.
just through the branches and the trees. I'm trying to get kind of
artsy, man.
Artsy
Oh,
on a cell phone. Now, this is not no expensive telescopic.
No zoom.
No zoom. Well, yeah, a little zoom. No, not zoom. Yeah, it's zoom. You zoom it in.
Natchez Museum of African American History and Culture.
Which is right next to Biscuits and Blues there, right downtown, across the street from the Natchez Civic Center.
Built in 1909, right, the building?
Yep. You saw it. I knew.
MCMV.
I knew you.
1905. 1905.
Yeah, I knew you'd figure that out.
My Roman numerals.
There's the convention. That's
center
what they call it, the
Natchez,
convention
yeah.
center. Natchez Convention. Beautiful new building.
And there's Biscuit and Blues.
I'm always talking about Biscuits and Blues. Well, that's Trosclair. Peter Trosclair. His father, J.P., was from Opelousas. Joe Fred's, almost like a Joe Fred's daddy, kind of. Joe Fred and Jimmy's daddy died, Jimmy the doctor, Joe's brother. That daddy died right after Jimmy was born, as I understand. And J.P. kind of played a role there. You know, Joe Fred, you
as
always
a father
look.
Figure.
Yeah, just, you know, they got close. And Peter is a son of J.P. and has a beautiful business
Commemoration
there.
of the 1940 fire in Natchez.
And a lot of people got burned, and a couple of songs were made. Some buildings that are for sale, and let me tell you, you see how they run down right now?
They'll clean that up.
They're gonna clean that up. They're not gonna tear them down.
They'll go to Stein's to get their lumber. Huh?
Yep, I went to Stein's and met a couple of people there. And Stein's, by the way, is a Lake Charles company.
Which I didn't realize that was that local. I knew it was somewhere in the South.
Tim Stein, the brother that's in the wheelchair, had a role in maybe Governor Romer's administration. And I want to say he was an elected official as a state representative at one time. Political.
Very good.
And then this is Mr. Walter Brown. He was working at ROUX, Rue 61. It's relatively new restaurant on Highway 61 out of town, maybe 3 miles, 4 miles. Big business. I mean, they are drawing some business.
ROUX instead of RUE.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
And they have a real nice, the little barmaid, I ate at the bar, and you talk about a worker. I mean, she works 2 shifts, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. She was talking to the guys next to me, and I was listening. You know, I'm always breaking that ice. And this is Greg Terry. Helped me. I needed several different things, and he didn't just point the way. He brought me to the place where they were. Real nice, helpful. And then he also told me a few things about the Mississippi River. He said that his knowledge, there was only one river that actually flows into the Mississippi River in Louisiana, and that is the Chafalaya. He says the other rivers flow into the Chafalaya, and then they flow into the Mississippi River. Another thing that he said, we're the only state that the Mississippi River cuts in half. All the other states, it's a border.
It's the border.
It's the border.
That's kind of curious.
Very, you know, Greg.
What we call the Florida parishes. Those other ones on the east side, we call it the Florida parishes. But I don't know exactly how we ended up with that. And
but
sure somebody knows.
Very interesting.
I'll know for next week.
The politicians, some politicians.
Somebody made $1 off that.
But Greg, you are definitely a big asset to the Stein store in Natchez, Mississippi.
We're going to see you folks on the other side of 1 minute.